Anthony, now what's up? Can you hear me? Am I good?
Yeah, I'm checking it out right now.
Okay, sweet, 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 guys. Ladies and gentlemen, I am doing a night room today. All right, want to come on here and just talk about all things real estate, man. See if you guys are ready to rock out with me. Okay, so is it a
Yeah, you're looking pretty good on there.
yeah? Okay. So tonight's topic is going to be a little bit uncut. Typically in the daytime, I'm a little bit all professional, but tonight we're going to have a hot space, man, and we're going to be talking about some different stuff, man. Now, am I live on? I'm on Institute. Everything straight?
Did you go live on Instagram? The little button.
I did go live. I did go live. So
There you go. You're good.
So come on up to the stage if you guys want to rock out with me. What's up, Eugene? What's up, brother? All right, ladies and gentlemen, check it out. What's up? What's up, bro? What's up, man? What's up? What's up? What's up? Okay. Yeah, I'm rocking out on a night room tonight, man. Let's see how this goes, man. Typically we're off of the app by this time, but I figured that I'd start doing night rooms too, man. Just to, I want to talk about is college a scam? That's what I want to talk about. Okay, what do you guys think about that? Put a 1 in the chat if you guys think college is a scam. Put a 2 in the chat if you believe that it's not. I want to come on here and just have a general conversation with anyone who wants to hop in here and talk about some of the things that we have going on. And then also, I got my man Kyler Baird that's on stage. What are you doing up, Kyler? What's the deal, man? You're supposed to be in the bed, man, working on your business. Kyler, you here?
I got a wrestling match with my kids.
I love it, man. Can you let the people know who you are and what you do?
Yeah, of course. My name is Kyle. I'm a home inspection company here in Southern California. I'm in the Marine Corps Reserves and love supporting Tony, the team, and everything they do.
Outstanding, outstanding. Well, guys, listen, man, hey, you guys are gonna be pissed off, man, because we're gonna talk about this, man. Is college a scam? I know Dr. Carissa is in the building. She hates when I talk about this conversation because, I just want to rock out with you guys. I got a little bit of time, got about an hour and a half. I want to know what you guys think, man. Okay, what do you
I'm 18 years old. I'm in the Army. We're just talking.
Oh, shoot, man. What's going on, man? I just opened up TikTok, man, and I got all types of stuff going on in here. Dr. Carissa, what do you think? I want you to jump in. What do you think
About this on the flight here.
I think you set this topic up to bait me. That's what I think.
Yeah, I already knew you was gonna come in. I already knew.
I want to see everybody before they weigh in. I want to see because I know you like to show documents on YouTube. If everybody can show their transcripts so we can know who's talking.
Oh my God.
Their college transcripts. So we can know how they stood in college when they share their opinions about college. But that would be cool.
Okay.
We can talk about it. We can talk about it.
Mm-hmm. Now,
no, but I agree. I agree with everything that you always say and share about college debt being an issue and should have been avoided. I wish that every student that I've ever worked with and myself had the information that you share. And I think it's invaluable. 100%. I've never heard you say anything about college debt that I disagree with. I just disagree with everything else.
Okay, and what is it that you disagree with? Let me know now, cause see, here's what I want to talk about, guys. Put a 1 in the chat if you think college is overrated. Okay, in 2024, put a 1 in the chat if you believe college is overrated right now, man. Because I'm a rock out with you guys. Listen, now,
what do you mean by overrated?
Do you believe that it's overrated?
No, well, I mean, it's like I've said this before, it's like a gym, I think you go to the gym, there's a Smith machine, there's a weight rack, there's cardio, and I just described most gyms. But you can still have a gym membership for 2 years and never see your body transform because you have to put in the work. So every college has a library, they have office hours, they have majors, but if you go and all you want to do is pledge Q and learn how to step with the bras and I'm not calling anybody. I'm not.
Hold on, bro. Hold on now. Oh, you don't went too far now. Hold on. Wait a minute now. Okay.
I'm just saying hypothetically. I'm saying hypothetically.
Okay.
if you go, I don't. Are you cute? I'm just saying generally.
Yes, I am the bros. But listen, okay, right now we're talking about this, guys. We want to really talk about in 2024. Do you believe that $35,000 of student loan debt, okay, the average American student in a 20-year period in deferment would be $170,000 of student loans that a kid has to pay off? So we're going to be talking about is college. This is today's topic. For those of you that are joining us, we want you to weigh in on this conversation. If you guys hear people talking through my platform, my name is Anthony Glenn. I'm a serial entrepreneur. I'm a veteran, okay, and I am a college graduate, all right, and I'm also a U.S. Marine retired. But today we're going to be talking about is college a ripoff? I want to know your thoughts. Now, you're going to be hearing conversation coming through. If you guys want to talk about this conversation, raise your hand. We want to hear your thoughts because I'm going to talk about this. I'm going to unpack this. Now, let me give you guys some stats real quick. Okay. All right. The average American student loan debt right now, we're trillions of dollars in debt. Okay. Trillions. America is trillions of dollars in student loan debt. Okay, that's why we have the student loan debt forgiveness program right now. And for those of you, this is going to be a hot show, guys. So if you guys are in here and you guys want to rock out with us, make sure you subscribe and follow. We will be having hot topics like this. You're in the In Reale Estate house. And then you guys are going to hear on the live show, you're going to hear people coming through and talking from different angles on what they think about is college versus entrepreneurship. This is what we're going to do. We're going to go toe to toe. Okay, and I got a couple of people that are on here, and I want to know, guys, raise your hand if you guys want to speak, and then put your answer in the chat. If you had to do it all over again, would you A, go to college, or 2, become an entrepreneur? Put a 1 in the chat if you would have went to college, got a graduate degree. Oh, let's go graduate degree, okay? So let's do these numbers real quick. All right, so undergrad from K through 12 is 13 years, right? Okay, so put 13 in the chat right now. Then you go to a 4-year undergraduate. That's another 4 years. So that's 17, okay? Then you go to another 2 to 3 years of graduate school, right? You go to graduate school. So that's 20 years of school that you go to, okay? And then now, okay, so 18 plus 20 is what? Actually, no, 20 plus what? Let's see here. Let me see. So 25, 26. Okay. If you go straight through 26 years old, right? That's about right, right? I'm doing the math right? So you start school at 5. Yeah. 26, 27 years old, you're getting into a career with $150,000 to $200,000 of student loan debt. Now, Dr. Carissa, to be fair, because I'm going to pick on you, how much student loan debt do you have?
And you asked me.
Look, hey, come on now. Hey, how much student loan debt do you have?
You know I'm not answering that question.
Why not? Why?
Oh, because I don't want to be a part of your little activity, Anthony. I'm not going to be your case study. I will not answer that question, but I will tell you I have no regrets. Can you bring Becoming Doctor? Because she's actually about to defend her dissertation, so I think she should be on the stage. Can you get her on stage?
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. How long have you been? How long have you been? Now, look. Now, if you're coming on stage right now and you're asking, listen, I'm telling you right now, look. If you're on the night show, it's no holds barred. I'm coming at you. I'm going to ask you some hard questions. So if you get uncomfortable or butthurt, hey, it is what it is. We are talking about, listen, entrepreneurship, okay, or college. If you had it all to do over again, I'm going to ask you some straight up questions, and then we're going to rock out. And I got my man Albert in the building right now. Guys, if you guys hear people talking through, like up right now and share this to your hallway because we're going to have a hot conversation tonight, and I am here for it. Okay, Dr. Becoming, okay? What you got to say? Go ahead. Let's hear this bull crap right now. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, everybody. I just don't know exactly what the question is, but if you would repeat that, I'll answer.
Okay, so if you had a choice between going to college or becoming an entrepreneur at 18 years old, which one would you pick?
Well, I was an entrepreneur before, and my answer would be going to college. Thank you.
Okay. Now, all right, so that's your answer.
Correct.
Now, how long have you been? Okay, so you have an undergrad degree and a grad degree. How many years of school have you been doing?
I am currently working through my PhD. I'm a little less than 16 months away from being a doctor.
What type of doctor?
Congratulations.
Congratulations, but what type of doctor?
A health psychologist and neuropsychologist.
Okay, all right. So
Needed very much on this stage.
okay, hold on, Jack. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. You know, look. Wait a minute now. All right. So the reason why we're having this conversation is because, you know, if Anthony Glenn had a crystal ball and I would have started all over again, I would have got into my entrepreneurial spirit sooner. Okay. Now, all I'm saying is this, man. Look, there's a lot of people that are overrating. You know, America is designed. This is my thought process, and then anyone can. This is popcorn style. So if you guys have questions or comments, you guys can raise your hand, come up, or if you have questions or comments, put it in the chat. But we're just going to rock out and then have a fun conversation tonight, and then we're going to be talking about some scenarios that I see that you can speed up the process. How about that? That's fair, right? Is that fair? Because I know you want me to be good, Dr. Carissa, and I got becoming a doctor. Now, how many years of school have you been doing becoming a doctor?
Well, I went through K through 12, so
That's 13.
12 years there, and then
That's 13.
I went 13, and then I went from undergrad, so that was 4 years, and then I did another 3 years of a master's program, and now I have been in the PhD program for 5.5 years, and when I'm done, it will be just shy under 7 years.
Okay, guys. All right.
That's excellent.
25 years of school?
That's excellent.
Okay. All right. Now once
it's not you. I mean, you're trying to institutionalize the learn. It's 25 years of learning. It's 25 years of knowledge acquisition. When we come into your room and learn about how to structure a business, it's still education, Tony. I mean, you're trying to isolate. You go ahead. Finish your little point, Tony. Go ahead.
okay. Anybody else? What do y'all think, man? Okay. 25 years. Okay. So I looked up the occupational therapist. Like that's the job description that you're going to be in, correct?
No.
Okay.
She said neurological.
No. Health and neuropsychologist.
Okay. What exactly do they do?
It would fall a little bit more under, for some, depending on where you are, behavioral medicine, but it's a psychologist with a focus on health and mental wellness and the brain.
Okay. And then starting salary. Okay. Neurology, right? The study of the brain, correct? Like behavioral science is what you're getting your degree in, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So what would be the starting revenue for that type of occupation?
Well, it does depend on the region that you're in. I mean, I have been fortunate to be working with some amazing universities, so it depends. If I stay with the Ivy Leagues, you can perhaps try to gauge what it will be. It's definitely over 6 figures, but I get where you're going.
Okay. All right. So I'm looking at, behavioral psychology salary in California. Okay. Okay. So this is like a doctorate degree. Right now it says top earners behavioral. Let me make sure. Now you don't shoot the messenger because I'm looking at it right now. I
would look under health and neuropsychologist.
It's totally different, Tony. You're trying to reduce it to one of your little case studies. It's not going to fit. and you're trying to keep her locked into just one salary. Just like you, she could use that degree and have three different. She could have consulting. She could be a grant writer. She could write herself into a grant. She could also. I mean, you're trying to isolate it so you can make a case study.
Hold on, Jack. Okay, top earners in 2024, annual salaries $100,000, 8347. 75 percentile is 87,300, 7275. The average is $74,921. 25% is $70,000, which is pretty good income. Okay, all right. I'm just saying it's good. It's good income. I'm not saying that it's not good income. Okay. Now, I'm looking up. Now, the reason why I asked you, now, I'm not picking on you. I'm not doing anything. So I don't want to get anybody all salty and stuff like that.
We're not salty. We just winning.
Okay. All right. That's pretty good money. Dave, what do you think, man? What's your thought process on this? If you had to do it all over again, okay, and you wanted to go from, if you wanted to do, go to college, or if you had an opportunity to go be an entrepreneur, which one would you pick?
Well, I would pick entrepreneurship, but it depends on what they're trying to do. So, if you go to college and spend all that time, become a basket weaver or social worker, then to me that's a waste. It's like you spend $200,000 to get a social job. But my daughter's college. And she's a corporate contract attorney, so she makes very good money. So, I think in 2 years she's going to be making $500,000 a year. She makes a quarter now, so and she's only been out of college for a year and a half, so that's the exception. She did graduate cum laude, so I would tell her she did a good job. But the majority of people I know that went to college, they're either unemployed, working somewhere else, or they're not really making a lot of money. So that's kind of, I don't know. It depends what they're trying to do. Would I spend $200,000 to be a social worker? And I'm not down in social workers, but no.
And that's exactly what I was getting at, man. A lot of people have undergrad and graduate degrees, right? They make it make sense to me to where you go to school and you get you get $250,000 of student loan debt, right? To go get a job paying $90,000. I'm just curious to know. Look,
you're right. You're right, Anthony. As far as the
I know I'm right, Jack. You ain't got to tell me I'm right. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm right.
You said I know. I thank you for the dust. I was hoping you used the fairy dust. No, I have a question for you. That's why I came off my mic. No, you're right with regard to everything you say with about debt all the time. Mm-hmm. But so you often also say that in your own trust, you've set it up so your own children, your money is unlocked when they go to college. And I think you said they have to have a GPA of 3.0. Mm-hmm. And so you have prioritized a college education for your own kids. And I just want to know why.
Great question. Okay. So it's not this or that, it's this and that. Okay. I feel like this is what I kind of feel like this, man. This is what I feel. This is my personal opinion. I kind of feel like college is the education system in America is designed to set people up to be workers. Put a 1 in the chat right now if you guys got any education on corporate structure in grade school. Put a 1 in the chat if you got any information in K through 12 about the power of investing in real estate. Why? Why not? I mean, let's be serious, okay? My son and daughter go to school right now, okay? My son was up last night until 9:30 doing homework. 9:30. How is that setting up my kids for success? I'm really looking at this on the outside looking in, and I'm thinking like, damn, okay, you go to school from 8 to 3 o'clock. Okay. So it simulates a job. So you get conditioned from getting up, getting dressed, going to school, right? You go to school, you got a lunch break in the middle of the day. Okay. You get rewarded for getting good grades, right? You get out of school and then you got to bring homework home. Who does that? My kid gets out of school at 3:30. I pick him up at 3:30. He gets home. He works out a little bit. After that, he's doing homework until 9:30 at night. And he has to do that Monday through Friday and has homework on Saturdays. So me looking at this system, I'm like, damn, you know what? Like, is this really, what is it conditioning my child to do?
So can Beth go ahead?
Jump in. Anybody can jump in.
Yeah. I'm going to challenge this because, yes, I do have a college degree from private university in psychology, but I am in the real estate world. I'm an entrepreneur raised by them. Like, both my parents owned companies as I grew up. But, one, I want damn well somebody that went to college that if I get in a car accident and my foot gets chopped off, I pray to God that they went to college. I mean, I want them to know what they're doing. So I will not downput going to college. My kids, they have more than $180,000 sitting in college funds right now. My son, college was not for him. He got into real estate under me. But he holds a license in real estate and still works a regular job.
That's a different story. Of course, if my foot gets cut off, I'm going to want a doctor who's trained in the medical field to take care of me. Mm-hmm. But I agree with Anthony 1,000,000,000%. You're being conditioned to be an employee.
That doctor has to go to those 25 years of school.
But he ain't making 80 grand a year either. So if you got a doctor who's a specialist, he's making $500,000, and some of them are making $1 million. Depends on what he does if he's a specialist.
With no experience on what to do with the money because they're working for somebody.
Yeah, so that's a different story. Of course, I'm not gonna have a guy that's gonna operate on my brain if I need brain surgery that only has a high school diploma. That's insanity. But I'm not gonna turn around and pay 200 grand in student loans, and my kid's talking about he's a home economic major. That's just reality. So,
hey, David's bringing that smoke right now.
So I'm just being realist. I grew up everybody in my family went to college, basically. But most of them are entrepreneurs. I mean, and if you want to go on stories like that, then you can, Anthony, I always tell people to Google. You can look up my uncle's company. He was doing $20 million a year. He has a 10th grade education. And his experiences from the streets, and he had employees that were talking crap about him behind his back because, he speaks slow. And they heard me talking, and I said, well, I'm not going to say anything to him, but you got to ask yourself a question. You got a bachelor's degree, you work for him. So he pays you $55,000 a year. He makes $20 million.
And let me reset the room, and I'm gonna come right to you, Albert. Okay, my brother Albert is on stage. Guys, listen, you guys are in the Win in Real Estate Night Show, and today, guys, if you guys are enjoying this conversation, hard up right now, you're gonna hear different people coming from different platforms. We're on all social media platforms right now. If you guys are enjoying this conversation, heart the hell out of this because we're gonna be rocking out, and share this with your friends, guys, because we're gonna be continuing to rock out, and we want to get some people in here. Okay, so right here, I got a question for you, Albert. Right here, it says school is the building blocks. Everything else is you're responsible as an adult. What do you think about that, Albert? What do you think about that comment?
I think that's a great question. It goes aligned with what I really wanted to share. I think the reason why neither answer is it's incorrect is because imagine if everybody in the world will be an entrepreneur. It will be anarchy. Because entrepreneurship, like real entrepreneurship, kind of like what Dave was saying, it's not something that you can teach. you can educate people on it, but you can't really teach what it really means to be an entrepreneur. It's something that grows from the inside. It's something that's part of your personality. And some people are born with that. Some people are not born with that. So it's okay. Like it's kind of like how we say in the military. Not everybody can be at the top 10%. We need the people that need to sweep the floors. We need the people that need to educate other people. We need the teachers. We need the janitors. We need all the nurses that need to go to school in order for them to do that. And there's a reason why doctors, engineers, all of these wealthy people attend our seminars. And it's because they are making $200,000, $300,000 a year, but they are very good at their trade because they went to school for 25 years, but they come to us in order for us to multiply their money. They come to entrepreneurs in order for them to come to multiply their money because they don't know how to do it on their own because they didn't have that internal, entrepreneurship mindset. And that's okay too. I feel that we need people to go to college.
That is incorrect. So
we need. Go ahead, doctor.
Albert, I always love your comments. But I thank you for saying teachers and people who sweep the floor as the same list.
How much? What is the average pay? Hold on now.
I want to land before you ask the question.
What is the average pay of a educator?
I'm glad you asked that question in the middle of my statement.
Go ahead.
What I'm saying in this money room, where the numbers are the numbers, and the numbers establish the value system, that of course the one who makes the most money is the most in this room. But you're making a lot of assumptions. I can tell you why I'm in here. I've written 2 grants that were multi-million-dollar grants, but the money wasn't for me. It was for programming for other people's kids. It was to structure. It was a U.S. Department of Education grant, TRIO programs. And I was very excited that we were awarded millions of dollars for other people's kids. But you guys go for millions of dollars for you. So it's not, Albert, that we don't have the capacity to grab the money that you're talking about, and we come to you for that. I do come to you for learning how to increase my retirement. But the reason I wasn't doing it as early as you were is because I was focusing on other people's kids. And now I'm focusing on me.
Now,
so I wanted to extend upon your point.
But let me say this.
Doctor, I agree with you. Let me tell you why.
Hey, this is no holds barred, bro. Hey, Albert, check this out. Tonight is look, take the gloves off, dude. This is the night room. Hey, the day room is the professional room. This is the night room, dog. So you could say,
Albert, we can handle it. We can handle it, Albert.
But I have a lot of respect for you, doctor. I'm just sharing my experience because in my experience, as both of my grandmothers, they were teachers, okay, and none of them was able to do anything on their own financially because of the way that their system was actually structured. And let me expand on that on my professional career. I was somebody that I feel that should be at the top of the list in order for you to become a homeowner is teachers. I agree with you. But the fact of the matter is that teachers are at the bottom of the list. If you look at a teacher that's just simply living off of her salary, they are at the bottom of the list because of the amount of money that they get paid. And I agree that they should get paid more, but this whole idea of because we were focusing on giving money to other people, I'm sorry that I just don't buy that.
You don't have to buy it, but you're wrong. So this is the thing, though. So if you're in a system,
how's he wrong?
I'm about to explain. So if you're in a system where you celebrate growth, success, and the bottom line is about a number of money earned for the year, for the quarter, and that's where your metric is set up. And you're in a system where, for us, and for well, it's different for becoming, but for us, it's the number of students who walk across the stage with the degree going into the professionalization process that they want to go into. So we're counting, but we're counting students walking across the stage. You're counting money in your bank account.
But don't you think you have more impact?
No. I want to finish.
You got to look. You got. Hold on, Albert. Hold on now. All right, 1 second, guys.
I'm gonna take the gloves off for this one.
Hey, yeah, I got you. I got you. I'm coming right to you, ladies and gentlemen, guys. This is a nice show, and we're gonna debate it out. Okay, is college a scam? Okay, for those of you that are on the social media platform, share this to your hallway. This is gonna be a fun conversation. Listen to me, okay? I believe that you make more impact when you have more money. And Elon Musk makes more of an impact I feel like Elon Musk makes more of an impact than an educator. I'm sorry. He's providing jobs.
Do you feel that you just disagreed with what I said?
Yes, I did. Okay, let me go to Albert. I'm gonna go to Albert right now.
Doctor, again, I'm gonna take the gloves off for this one because I'm gonna tell you what's really happening. What you're not realizing is you are working for an institution that is a business. You're just on the other side of that business.
Yep.
You are aware. Well, then exactly. Well, then what's the point? You are having people. You are taking the workforce, which I said at the beginning of my statement when I first started, that it is something that is necessary because us entrepreneurs, we need people like yourself that get all those degrees, so that way you guys can come work for us. You're not realizing that what you're doing, because in my mindset, what you're doing, if you grant, where's all those millions of dollars are coming from? Either they're coming from the government or they're coming from donations from wealthy people that most likely are or corporations that the owners are most likely entrepreneurs, have been entrepreneurs for a long time.
Albert, this is where the deficiency is in your commentary. The only thing you have the capacity to talk about is money. That's why having this conversation in a room where the value system is exclusively set up around any kind of merit is measured by financial gain, money, not the cognitive development of students, not what you said earlier, Tony, about building blocks, because the point of it, the real, and I'm not saying they hit all of the marks and they're successful, but the point of the curriculum that you just got through critiquing is to give students exposure to a number of different things so they can align their talents, their skills, their interests with a career that matches. So when you're 12, Dave, please mute yourself because I'd wait. Because I know what you're about to do. I know, Dave. So no. But what I'm saying is it's meant to give students exposure to a cognitive development, and that's more of Becoming's area than mine, and exposure so that they can dive into different careers, whether their dad did it or not, whether their mom was a nurse, so that they can then go on and do the specialization that happens in college, because that's where you're supposed to have majors and then have more of a siloed, I guess, which may not be a great thing, but a siloed and focused career path. That's the way it's supposed to start broad.
But let me ask you a question, though.
It might have a basket weave class in it. I like basket weave.
Why does it take 25 years to do it, though? And $250,000. I'm asking a serious question.
It just depends on what you're doing.
But listen, though, guys, listen. I'm asking a straight up question. Okay.
Go ahead.
Why does it take 20 to 25 years? Okay. Again, explain to me the average. Why does it take 13 years? Okay, of conditioning to be an employee? Why are they not teaching entrepreneurship in elementary school? Why are they not teaching? Because I'll tell you why. Because America wants to push people into the employment jobs so that the economy can stay strong. I personally believe that the way that the system is designed. Hold on. I personally feel that the way that the system is designed, you go 13 years, 4 years, you go 20 years and $200,000 of student loan debt, and you don't have any experience in the real world. Like, why are they not teaching kids to, when you go to college, why are they not teaching them to prepare themselves on how to write a check, how to balance a checkbook? They're not teaching that stuff. Why?
I don't disagree with that, Tony. I think you have a curriculum critique and not college is a scam critique. And I mean, I feel that when I come into your rooms, I'm continuing my education. So I'm not stopping at the year I graduated with my PhD. I'm still learning. I just took your class. And I'm just gonna land with this because I think I've said it. I've said everything I have to say. I'll be redundant after this, but I just want to say it's in a money room. The standard,
This ain't no money
the
room.
measure. This is a money room.
No, it's not.
Because you say all the time the number. It is a money room.
It's
The
not a
numbers
money
are the
room.
numbers. The value system is set up around how the acquisition of money. When you talk about another group of people who talk about and care about and value the acquisition of knowledge and the development, the cognitive development and social development of students, it's two different systems, and you're trying to critique it based on your value system.
Can I say something? Let me say something.
Let's go to Dave. Let's go to Albert first, and then let's go to Dave, and then Beth.
Yeah. So doctor, you said something that this is the money room and that my measurement or something among those lines is about money. But I completely disagree with you because my measurement is not money. I come from a small island in Puerto Rico. I come from a small place in Puerto Rico, and I was broke most of my life. Okay, most of my life I was 100% completely broke. Here is what I will tell you. I will tell you that the reason why I say the things that I've said is because I've seen, and this is from the Wolf of Wall Street, I've seen poverty and I've seen money, and if I were to choose, I would choose money every single time. You know why? Not because of what money does to me, but the impact that I'm able to do around it. On top of that, I'm not also going to be a hypocrite and be like, oh yeah, money's not this, because let me tell you something. In Puerto Rico, I've never seen somebody being sat on a jet ski or on a yacht. Never. And you know who has jet skis and yachts? The people that have money. You see what I'm saying? So we can talk about all this stuff all we want and about education, but I've seen a bunch of broke people with college degrees. The entrepreneurs, yeah, they tend to hide it a little bit better.
Anthony has a college degree. Anthony Glenn II has a master's degree.
Okay, and guess what? I'm gonna tell you this: the two masters, the two undergrad, and watch this: the two, and guess what? The two undergraduate degrees and the two graduate degrees that I have didn't teach me a damn thing about running a business.
Because you were trying to be a Q, you weren't trying to be a student.
At ease now. All right. Okay. So yeah, go ahead, jump in, Dave.
And it's amazing that the people who's got the degrees are in a room that's about money because obviously the degrees are not getting them the financial well-being where they want to go. So the individuals who went to college, who got those degrees, spent the 25 years in the school, however long it took, obviously wasn't satisfied on the education that they got because now they're in a room that's trying to make them entrepreneurs.
You're incorrect.
Why are you in the room?
Why are you always saying you're incorrect? Okay, you learn how to. Did your? Let me ask you a question, Dr. Carissa J, because you the most outspoken one. Okay, you learned how to be a millionaire, not with your 22 years plus of school. You learn how to do that from entrepreneurs. Okay, so we're not telling you. One of the biggest things that we're not saying is that we're not telling, all we're saying is that the college degree is cool to talk about, but it's not really leading you to actually make.
But that's not what I said was incorrect. You said I would like to say what was incorrect.
Someone help this woman right here, man. Please help this lady.
I would like for you to help me, but I'd like to say what was incorrect. And Dave and I have had this conversation before, I think, but because we did talk about his daughter. I think she's in Houston, and I was talking about how proud he's already said how proud he is of his daughter because he's talked a lot about her career. But what I was going to say was that he said apparently your education didn't, and I'm not going to finish this segment because I don't want to misquote him. It didn't satisfy something, it didn't do something, as if your education failed. What I'm trying to say, and why I keep bringing up the money room, and I'm still right, is that when you're talking about people who we signed up for this. That's what I'm trying to tell you. We didn't get into it and then we fell into lower paying work. We signed up for prioritizing other people's kids called students. We knew that we would be using our paychecks to set up bulletin boards for other people's kids because the school system, the school board weren't cutting it. We knew that. And so it's a choice because you're not always driven by the paycheck. But I'm in here, I'd like to speak for myself, Dave. I'm in here because, yes, now I do want to pivot and spend more time building money and building wealth for my retirement because I have very specific ideas about what I want that to look like. But when people go into education and people want to help and they have a philanthropic spirit, and you can help with more money, sure you can. And sure the curriculum needs to be adjusted to include the things you said, Tony, but people who become educators are not trying to have huge coffers and jet skis and yachts. You don't, that's not even, even at 18, you don't expect to sign up for that.
So the educators, so the educators.
I'm landing.
Okay, all right. Don't take us to Japan now. All right.
At 40, you discover that it's not gonna. I don't know what you just said. But my point is that it's a different metric and it's a whole different value system, and you keep trying to critique it using your criteria.
Well, what is that, Anthony? Before you say that, wouldn't not the educational world that you volunteer to do, and I'm not saying nothing's wrong with the education, that's fine. Well, wouldn't your entrepreneur spirit say, you know what, I can have more impact if I decide to just do my own school and become an entrepreneur, because the system that we're in is teaching all our kids to be slaves.
Hey.
And you know what? The problem is the following. The problem is that the teachers, which I completely respect a lot, they're not even they don't even agree with the curriculum that's being taught nowadays. They don't. Now, we're trying to erase our history like it didn't happen. We're trying to erase, the definition of a woman, the definition of a man. We're trying to erase slavery like it never freaking happened. Like, what are we doing? I get that those are things, but the teachers, some of the teachers, and I tell you that because it's happening to me. I have 2 school-age children, and right now, one of them is 8, the other one's in 5th grade. And we had to have a meeting with the principal because we were like, what are we talking about? Like, what are we really trying to teach these children? Like the definition of a man and the definition of a woman? They agree with that.
Now, hold on. Now, Dr. Chris, you got to let some other people get in now. Beth,
I was going to say.
Beth, hold on now. Beth, wait a minute now. Beth, you wanted to jump in? We got to pass the mic around. Beth, I see you come off mute. Jump in.
Yeah, no, I wanted to jump in. All of us that are probably in this room are entrepreneurs. But if we don't want, how are we going to become an entrepreneur if we do not bring in educated people? I leverage everything. I want people that know how to work shit that I don't know how to work.
Yeah, they're not educated in the college, they're educated out there in the field. So
you tell me I can go to Home Depot. I can go to Home Depot tomorrow and find me some guys to jump in my truck at 5:30 a.m. and they'll go out and throw up some drywall for me.
Yeah, because they got there in the field. And you might go, not to sound racist, you go get Julio, who's sitting in the parking lot. Most likely he worked somewhere else. That's his experience.
Sir, it's Pedro and Juan. It's Pedro and Juan.
So you can't say that. So
I want my bookkeeper that learned how to do this shit.
That's the bookkeeper. That's a different job.
But guess what?
Operation.
And not
operation. I'm not going to go to a guy to get brain surgery or heart transplant to some guy on the street. No. I'm going to go to went to medical school. Who paid the $250,000, and I'm going to pay them that $900 an hour or that $200,000 for that heart transplant because my life depends on it.
Now watch this. I got my daughter real quick before she comes in. I brought her in here. Carson, come over here on the mic, baby.
I'm not going to pay $200,000 for my kid to go to school to turn around and tell me how to cook an egg.
One second, Dave. Okay, now, what did you learn in school today? Tell me what your classes were. Speaking to the mic.
My classes were math.
Okay, that's good.
English.
What'd you learn in English?
In English, I didn't really learn anything. We were just doing a research project.
Somebody getting their ass whooping. Lisa whooping them kids. Get your ass in the bed right now. Lisa,
What'd you say to me?
Okay, now, what did you learn? Come here, baby. What did you learn? And guys, if somebody can pin the YouTube channel at the top, my daughter is right here. What did you learn in school? What did you learn in English, baby?
I didn't learn anything. We just started a research project.
On what?
On a natural disaster, animal, or historic event in time.
Okay, and then what other classes did you do?
I did science
and
math.
Okay.
And I also did library.
Okay, and how many hours were you in school today? What time did you go to school?
8.
Okay, when did you get out?
3.
You have a lunch break?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Give me a kiss. Love you. Come here, Aunt.
Right here.
Now, the reason why I'm asking you, how long did you do? How many homework assignments did you have last night?
A lot.
What's a lot?
Probably like 7.
You had 7 homework assignments. When did you start and when did you get done?
I started at like 5 and I got done at like 10.
Okay, and explain the homework assignments that you had.
So I had.
Speaking of Mike.
I had like some missing assignments I had to do in math. I had my math homework. I had word work, which pretty much dominated.
Anthony, we're going to do a one-on-one.
To do as well.
And
that's pretty much it.
Okay, so 7 assignments you had last night. Okay, what class?
Did you help her with those?
What class?
Did you help her?
My son? No, my kids do their own homework. Yeah, of course. So we have tutors and they're doing well. My son is in accelerated classes. Now, here's a question that I also propose. Be honest, Anthony. What class do you believe is useless right now? That's a filler class. Something in your class that you wish you didn't have to do.
Probably like.
You say you like math.
Yeah, I like math, but the stuff we're learning right now, we're never gonna use in the real world.
Okay, all right, go ahead. See you later. Love you. Now,
hey, Anthony, let's get obviously that's your family. I think your family's more, very. I have my son. I just arrived here at my house, and I have one of my kids here with me. I'm gonna ask him the same question. Fabian, how was school today?
Good.
So let me ask you this.
Hey, Fabian.
What did you learn today in school?
Hi.
What did you learn today in school?
About math, history, and that's it.
Math and history. What do you learn in history?
I learned about math. I learned how to add and subtract fractions, and for history, I learned about an old temple that used to live in Hawaii. That was in Hawaii.
That was in Hawaii? Okay, now if you had one class that you can completely take out of school, which class would that be? Math. That's actually the most important one.
Kids, keep it real.
I love it. They both said math.
Hey, you know what, man?
And why would that be?
I love my nephew, man.
Becoming doctor has been trying to talk for a long time.
That's because you've been hogging the mic. That's why. Dr. Clarissa J.
You need to tell becoming doctor, become that doctor, because you know what? Keep coming in this room and work with real estate agents, real estate professionals, because they need you. Yes, they're going to need you. They'll pay a lot of money.
So let me do a quick room reset, guys. You in the Winning Real Estate Night Room. For those of you that are on all of the social media platforms, we're talking about is college a scam? We got a couple of doctors. They got They put that doctor behind their name, making $30,000.
Silence, though. We're silenced in the money rooms.
All right. So for those of you that are on stage, you guys could talk about anything that you want to talk about. Hey, this is the unprofessional room. We in a night room tonight, so it's no holds barred.
Anthony, you know what?
We going up.
Maybe you should change that. Maybe not a scam, but the overpricing for what they're giving. Why
that's
200,000? Why should I pay 200 grand when I can go to another school? But because it doesn't have the prestigious name like Sarah Lawrence or Stanford or Yale, I'm gonna pay $300,000 to go to Yale when I could have went to another smaller school and only paid maybe 80.
So let me ask you a question, Dave. And I know you're well astute, especially when it comes to investing in business. Can't you find something better to do with that $200,000 or $80,000?
Oh,
Because I know you know.
Mark, I would with the drill. I love you, but you're right, because that money that they spent, are you paying for the name because you have the doctor? Is that gonna? The reason you guys go get the higher degrees, as far as I know, is because you say my income goes up.
That's right.
I want you to respond, so I just want to know.
oh my God.
Huh? No, I wanted to, seriously, becoming doctor was told she probably forgot what she was going to say, but she was like, a while ago.
No, go ahead. Sorry about that.
No problem. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Tony, I think that you like to move things along really quickly, so I don't want to hold it up. But I had a few things I wanted to pipe in. I'll try to summarize it. So, here's my thing. I did go the route of entrepreneurship many years ago, and that's a whole nother subject that maybe I'll come back in and share my perspective on that. But I just wanted to point out that I think for a lot of people, such as myself, who do decide to go through the route of long years of education, I think a lot of it, depending on your field, is really because of the heartfelt sentiment for the field, right? And I'm saying that because I was once in finance, and I'll come back to that if time allows, and if Tony, you're willing. But there's a heartfelt reason for it, right? There's usually that that deep thing on the inside that really points you into a direction. And then I think when that happens, you do somewhat lose focus, if there should be a focus on the monetary, because you're really concerned about the mission, the call, right? And I think all of us should really want our young people. I'm a mom as well, a single mom. I think we all should want our young people to really go after their passions and what really moves them, and to make the world a better place. Of course, I would love to be able to say I'm going to make $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 a year if that was possible. But if it's not possible, what's really more important to me, and I'm only talking about myself, in this example, is that I want to see healthier people, right? And in all this money, which is wonderful, all of this getting, which is wonderful, we have a population of people who are dying prematurely, who are unhealthy, and have a lot of brain disorders, right? So I think there's that why. So it really has to go to the why. The other thing I'll say real quick, is that when it comes to our young people, and I know you all were talking a little bit about the different subjects, and I heard the beautiful young people sharing that, I think it's really important to remember that those schoolwork can be daunting and a little annoying. When we think about our brains, we think about entrepreneurship, we think about learning to discipline and have responsibility, time management, and actually having critical thinking skills. I think we all can probably say that all of those things that they're learning now, it does all of those things. And the first and primary, most important thing is it does help our young people to think and solve problems and to develop analytical skills. So although I do think that the school system needs to be overhauled, and there's a lot of changes that need to
come on now, doctor. Come on now. We got to crash.
I'm done.
She had to wait like
all of that
Give
cooking.
her a second.
Hell no.
Change my name to Tony.
That long ass soliloquy. What the hell? Hey, look, you said I ain't gonna be long. You talk for 19 minutes. No, I'm playing with you. Go ahead. Go ahead. Jump in.
I agree with everything except you kind of suggested that these people have hearts. And these people have no hearts. You said it's heartfelt. You follow your heart. They can't identify with a statement like that.
Now listen, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Look, I'm gonna go back. Let's get back to the nitty gritty, dog. Listen, at the end of the day, look, the reason why a lot of people are unhealthy is because they don't have the revenue to be in a healthy area. You pay $200,000 for student loan debt. You could buy a $200,000 asset could pay you infinitely. That degree that you got, that you're working for somebody when you retire. Okay, let's really talk about this. Okay. So I'm being honest, guys. Listen, tonight is the honest room. You're going to school, you get the degree, you're in your mid 40s, you go to school for 7 more years, you're 50 years old, you got a good 10 years to live. What sense does that make?
For the love of God.
I know. Listen, I'm keeping it 100. Listen, we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. Okay.
He got to put some yeast in it, as my grandma would say.
Listen what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. Okay. Dr. Becoming, I think you're a wonderful lady. I follow you. I believe you believe in what you're doing, and that's great. But let me ask you a question. How old are you when you're going to How old are you going to be when you graduate? Let's be honest. I'm 46. I'll be 46 in February.
Don't answer that.
No, she can answer it. This is my sister. I'm going to ask her a hard question.
Well, I'll never give my age on the stage, but what I will say.
Oh my God, man.
Okay. Well, if I'm going to yield back to you.
Just say to him you're younger than him.
Okay.
He's jealous.
All right. So
let me give you some realness. Since we keeping it real, let me give you some realness. My grandfather, he was a doctor. He was a legit, medical doctor. And he died of a heart attack of something that could have been 100% prevented. He knew better because he was diabetic. He knew everything that he needed to do. He would tell other people, hey, don't eat this, don't eat that if you're diabetic. But he would eat those things, and it cost him his life. And guess what? Because he didn't have the entrepreneurship of what Anthony teaches of setting up a trust. My grandma was literally homeless because she lost her home.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying? My grandparents lost their home, and the only thing that my grandfather left was a $50,000 life insurance. And he was one of the most known doctors in the entire west region of Puerto Rico. And he still died broke. So the title really doesn't absolutely matter, because I would have appreciated if my grandfather would have left something in place, so that way, that didn't get taught in medical school, by the way. He would have left something in place, so that way his family would have been taken care of long after he actually died.
And what I would have, and first of all, my condolences. I know that was probably years ago, but still, my condolences. Okay, go ahead, Dave.
No, go ahead, sister. You got it.
Okay, I was just going to say that my desire in all of this is that, I understand the finance. I know quite a bit about finance. I ran a practice for over 10 years. But here's the thing, a lot of these things that have happened to people, Tony, speaking of them passing early, a lot of this is behavior, right? So what would be beautiful is if there could be a meeting of the minds and we can have both, right? Why can't we have people who are being healthier, but also are learning how to manage their money? Not really that they have to have millions, but, they're managing it better. That's what I'm wondering about.
And I agree with that. And Albert, my condolences also, and I appreciate your story. I do. And I just think that what I heard was where you chose to start the story. And you chose to start the story at the end of his life, and then what happened when he passed. And you said, I would rather not have the title if it didn't mean, financial stability for the family. But I believe, and I don't know your grandfather, it wasn't about the title for him either. It was probably about the thousands of patients that he had the opportunity to help. And you didn't include that part in the story, and you didn't prioritize that part of the story. And that's why I call this a money room.
Let me ask you a question.
I'm sure that was
I am so glad that you bring that up. I am extremely glad that you bring that up, because you want me to tell you how it affected my family. My grandfather was the mayor of the town was in my grandfather's funeral. Okay, so he was one of the most beloved. They were actually trying to name a street after his name. That's how beloved he was. He ran the local hospital for around 10 years as the medical director. So he was one of the most known doctors in the area. So this guy wasn't one to fuck around whenever it came to medicine. That's what I'm trying to say. Lots of people loved him. His family loved him because of what he did for them. But you know his two kids? One of them went to jail more times. He actually died of an overdose last year. Always was like that. One of my uncles. My other uncle, he grew weed for most of his life. He didn't do anything. He's still to this day, he's 40. No, actually, he's 40 something. No, he's like 51, I think he is. And to this day, he's still living with my grandma. Okay? So, in other words, my grandfather decided to pour his life into his, medicine career and everything that he did, and everyone loved him, and we loved him for what he did for our family. But at the end of the day, his family inside, he didn't have that one thing. I don't even know what it was that it was missing in order for him to ensure that his family was being taken care of long after he was actually gone. Because he was definitely in a financial position to actually do it. But why didn't he? Why did he die when he was broke? Why did he die and we were broke within 6 months?
Okay. So Albert, I really, my condolence too. My father passed last May. The guy that they have named certain parts of Hostel after, he employed half our town that I grew up in. But he taught me very early, be an entrepreneur. You know what? There is no Brinks truck following your hearse when you're dead.
Yep.
Have fun. Help people. Don't waste your time. I had to battle my last partner that we were in business with because I said, we're not writing that fucking check. I got you. I understand they want, money, but we're not writing any more checks. Let's go give our time. Let's go over there because my time is worth money. Do it. And I think Clarissa, I love her, and I'm glad she's been battling you guys toe-to-toe tonight because I do love Clarissa. And she knows I don't ever call her doctor. I call her Clarissa because she is like a family to me now on this app. But figure that out. Do what you got to do now. What are you saving money for your family for? Teach them how to make their own money.
Beth, you're delusional. You're delusional, Beth.
Why am I delusional? That people can't go out and make their own money? I gotta leave them money?
No, because one, the whole ideal, everyone in this room has always talked about generational wealth. So
no, I hate that term, Dave. I hate that term.
So you're not going to leave your kids anything?
Oh, my kids will have stuff, but why is it up to me to leave it to them? I'm leaving them lessons of how they can make it on their own.
Beth said she spilled off. Hey, Beth said.
You gotta sit and think about it.
Hey.
The whole object is to create, to make your
It is for me to work my ass off so that my kids live off that?
No, you don't have to work your ass off if you're a true entrepreneur. You have the people who go to college who pay the $200,000 in tuition. Work
Okay, so now we're good with college again. Okay, I got you.
Dave,
So I have a question for
Dave,
you.
can you ask her, in her defense, though, was she left anything by her parents? You might be talking about a second or first generation.
Beth, did your father leave you anything?
My father left me with knowledge and business partnerships that I have. and the knowledge to go out and make my own money. Yeah.
I'll ask that question directly, Beth. Did your father or your parents leave you anything of monetary worth when they passed?
Houses, LLCs,
Cash accounts,
cash accounts, or did he pass down? Did he pass down his degree?
He did not pass down a degree. He did not pass me down any money. He passed me down the knowledge that I learned and soaked up from him, that I was able to walk out with his old business partners that wanted to speak to me because they knew I learned. I sat. I know how to walk a track of timber.
Business partners, what kind of business do you have?
Hold on, because I prompted that question for a reason. I've heard this. I've seen this playbook before because I sold insurance. I'm gonna leave it right there. I'll let you.
When you said business,
go ahead.
Business partner, what kind of business did your dad have?
My father owned one of the largest lumber companies on the east coast of the United States.
And where's that company? Wait. Let's pause right there. Hold on just a second. Okay, so he owned that company. What happened to that company when he passed away?
Cap, Tony, I'm smelling some cap.
He sold it. He sold it because him and his brother wanted to retire, and they sold it out. And yeah, they had to use the money for their. We didn't ask for their money. They had to use it for their elder age of keeping them healthy and paying for their bills.
I don't know, man. It sounded like, hey, if it looks like a fish and smells like a fish, it sounds like Dad left you some coin.
Of course you did, man.
Dad didn't leave me jack shit. I paid for him to be able to be kept alive until I could hop on a flight from Florida. So.
All right. All right.
I have a question.
All right, one second. Let me do a quick room reset, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're joining the show, we're talking about college versus entrepreneurship. Okay. All right, we got a lot of people. Put a 1 in the chat if you believe the college people are winning. Put a 2 in the chat if you believe the entrepreneur people are winning. Put a 1 in the chat if you believe the college folk are winning. Put a 2 in the chat if you think the entrepreneurs are winning. All right.
And now let's put a 3 in the chat if you're the college person saying that you're winning.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Hey guys. Hey, welcome to the show, guys. This is the night room. We're unhinged tonight, man. I got all of the orangutans, lizards, and mongoose in the room tonight. All right. And it's no holds barred in here, man. And we're talking about a hot topic. Give a special shout out to Stack Pack, Mark Days, Albert, Eugene, Orlando, Dr. Carissa, becoming a doctor. She said she was graduating in 2019, man. She's still getting, I don't know, man. You're gonna be becoming a doctor at 58. All right, it's all good though, sister. We're gonna let you slide. Okay. Rob, Nick, everybody that's on stage, we picking on y'all tonight, man. We don't take anything personal, get all snuggly, okay? But guys, what we're talking about right now is that, okay, you cannot pass down a degree. Okay?
I have a question for you.
The only thing, I got an answer for you. 1 second. You cannot pass down a college education. Okay. I believe, from my personal opinion, the only thing that you can pass down, okay, are 2 things: either corporate structure or real estate. That's it. Okay, to get your kids a head start. Your degree is useless because you cannot give a degree to your children. The only thing that you can pass down that creates generational wealth is a business, real estate, life insurance policies, or money accounts. So that comes from, having some type of education on finances. Now, you can have a degree, you can be a doctor and leave a practice, you can leave a lifestyle, but the only thing that's going to print money when you pass away is not that degree. Okay, it's either real estate, a business, or life insurance policies, or pension plans. Now, somebody tell me how a degree is setting up people for success. How is a college degree setting you up to build generational wealth, with the exception of making money for somebody else? Because that institution is the one that's really getting rich.
You know, Anthony, my question for you is, it's a request, because you've asked for becoming doctor, you asked me for my student loan number, you asked her for her age, and I'm asking you to send me your transcripts, because I want to get to the bottom of this, because I want to see who's talking to me. So can you email me your transcripts, especially, I want to see the semesters where you were pledging. Because I need to know why you got this like venom for colleges. Because what happened? We want to know what really happened in there.
I don't have no venom. I
want to see your transcripts. Can I see your transcripts? And I'll show you my student loan number, and you show me your transcripts.
No problem. I'll pull my transcripts out, and you can see my college transcripts. No problem.
Because you show us your trust stuff, your banking stuff. I want to see the transcripts.
Hey, no problem. I'll show you my transcripts from DeVry.
Is that what you pledged?
That's crazy. DeVry is nuts, bro.
I got a master's degree in barbershop talk. Okay,
that's crazy.
And so now we understand the hairstyle.
All right, so guys, let me tell y'all something, man. Listen, here's the deal, dude. Listen, I'm trying to figure out now. I'll show you my transcripts if you tell us how long you've been going to school, how much student loan you got.
Yeah, we can exchange it at the same time.
Okay, look, I'm on camera right now. I'm on camera. How long have you been going to school?
You know how long I've been going to school.
How many years did you go to school? No, I'm asking you. How long did you go to school?
A long time.
Okay, and
you know what? And you know what? Let me answer the question, and I'm not going to let you lead my answer. But
you will lead where I lead you, Jack.
It's not about a degree. You keep talking about degrees. It's about education. It's about transforming a transformative experience with information that people can apply. It's about, you keep reducing it to a degree. I'm still doing it. That's why I'm in here. That's why I'm in Dave's room. That's why I'm in Tony's room. That's why I know Emmett from Dave's room, because that's probably why Becoming's in here. Because the education hasn't ceased, Tony. You're trying to compartmentalize things for the sake of your little case studies and your little activities. But I mean, it doesn't work. Cognitively, we don't work that way. So yeah, I've been learning a long time, and I hope to continue to learn.
Okay.
Can I ask you a question? I'm gonna ask you a question real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
What is your ultimate end goal with all the learning and the years of school that you're putting in? I'm just curious, what is your end goal?
My end goal is to continue to do and reach the goals that I've already reached, which is why I became an educator, which is to support the students that you guys drop off and send to college so that you can make money for yourselves. So while I'm helping,
that's incorrect. Let me get you how you get us. That's incorrect.
No. Let me finish, Money Room.
That's incorrect.
Let me finish, Money Room. So while you're dropping your kids off with the educators and coming in here in the noon time, having these rooms in here, and they're taking care of your kids so you can do that.
My kids are homeschooled, by the way. But
I'm going to continue to do what I signed up to do, which is to support the other people's kids and teach other people and get really excited when they see themselves transforming, and they do. That's why they learn words and their
That's exactly what they do in school, transforming, because you can transform in school.
And your students, both of your students, Albert and Tony, came in here and we just glazed over the fact that they said their least favorite subject was math. But that's okay. We can keep talking in the math room where the numbers are the numbers and act like the rest of the subjects don't matter. They do. So I will continue to do, Mark, the goals that I've already reached with other people's kids, but I'm also in here so that I can do both. Because a lot of people have had the insight to say, why can't we have both? You know, and I think that there's nothing wrong with that. And I wish that there was a Tony speaking to my family when I was 16, 17, so we could have paid for education differently. But I wouldn't have done a day of my education differently. I would have done it all. Every school, all three of them, all three colleges, I would have done. Again.
May I just ask this last thing? And I appreciate that answer, and very respectable answer, by the way. May I just ask, so from what I'm understanding, just so I'm very clear, you're currently an educator, your continued education is basically a way for you to learn how to deepen your relationship with students and maximize your impact as an educator. So hopefully I'm assuming that right.
No, I'm here for both.
Okay, gotcha. Is there any personal financial goal attached to your education at all, or you're just simply educating yourself further so that you could be more effective in your current position and grow in that space?
Both. And I appreciate I can tell you're being very respectful and not antagonistic like Tony. Yes, both. To continue to be able to.
What happened to her? Where's she at? She probably swiped left.
I don't think Tony's that
I'm
petty.
gonna put. No, bro ain't gonna do that to. No, I'm gonna.
I moved the ass down to the audience.
No, you did. I know you did.
He always does that.
Tony put you to the gulag.
She probably swiped left.
He's so jealous.
Yo, Dr. Really, he moved you down?
No, Tony moved me. He always does this to me when he's modded.
You know,
wow.
Can I please have a fruitful, robust discussion with this?
Thank you, Mark. Thank you. So the reason I know some of these people on stage is because I'm very interested in learning about real estate and being a real estate investor and learning how to structure a business. And that is about my family and our financial well-being. Absolutely. That's why I'm here. But I have no regrets for the years that I've spent helping other people's kids. That was what I was called to do, and I'm doing it, and I did it. Both of those things can both happen.
I respect that. And the main reason I asked Tony and Clarissa is because I come from a family of watching